Okay guys, I'm about to share some deep stuff with you. So I was upstairs cleaning. By the way, I'm in my laundry room and it's the unfinished part of the house. But I was upstairs kind of cleaning and we had this box upstairs because it had like some books in it and like some shelving stuff that I just had not gotten to yet. And I was reading some of the stuff. Oh, sorry if that's loud. I was reading some of the stuff and I just wanted to show you guys what I found. So Luke and I used to write a lot of letters to each other when we first started dating and even throughout like our dating time. We used to write like a lot to each other, like this was his book, and if he ever left it out, like I would just write a note in it and then he would find it. And so I knew that some of these books were his and I knew that I did that, so I opened them and tried to find some notes. And yesterday I just like was really in like a bad mood, or there was like something was irritating me, and so like I was just irritated with Luke. I was just in a mood. I didn't want to be around him, and yeah, I hate being like that. I just felt like this was like something that like I wanted as a memory, because looking back at this kind of stuff like reminds me, I feel like I'm gonna start crying. I feel like I am like I'm happy. Like I'm really happy with my life. I love being with Luke. Luke seriously is the greatest husband like in the world. There was a time in mine and Luke's relationship when it was a really rough time. And to give you guys some background, Luke and I were we got married fairly fast and really young. I was 20 years old when I got married to Luke. I got pregnant with Wesley when I was 20, before we got married. We got married when I believe I was 7 months pregnant. So we planned a wedding within 49 days, so we got engaged pretty quick. Him and I had been together for over a year and a half. It was just very quick. So when Luke and I first met, I was head over heels for him completely. We ended up being on a TV show together. That's kind of how we met. And then it kind of just like, we started talking and eventually started dating. So Luke and I during our dating time had really rough times, and I'm not gonna get into it. We know that one day maybe we would talk about it, but it's just not something that we feel like everyone needs to know. We were dating for over a year and a half, and I had always thought about marrying Luke. We have, where am I going with this video? I'm trying to figure out. So, back to today, or yesterday. I was very like annoyed with Luke yesterday, and I kind of just like, sometimes when I feel that way and like I for like a few days will feel like unhappy, and not unhappy with Luke or anything, I just am feeling like unhappy, like I'm feeling like my life is like not how it used to be. I will generally think sometimes like, what would my life be if I wasn't married to Luke? Like what would my life be like? And that's a horrible way to think. I hate that even comes to my head, but I'm just being honest with you guys. Like when I'm unhappy, sometimes like that is how I will think. I would never ever want to split up with Luke at all. Like seriously, there are way more better days than there are unhappy days. But that's the type of person I am. I just go straight to just being like in that kind of mood. Okay, so today I was upstairs looking at this box and I was reading this journal. I was reading the notes that were like left in some of the books. But this journal I remembered because during our rough time in mine and Luke's relationship, I was still in college and he had already graduated, so he was working. And there was a time when him and I just like We wanted to be together, but things were just not working. We didn't know really how to fix it, so we went an entire week without talking. And instead of talking, we wrote a journal to each other. So we both went out, we bought a journal, and every single day, whenever we felt like we wanted to talk to them, we would write in the journal. There was a part in here when I just, like, it made me, like start tearing up, because, like, it reminds me of why I just love Luke so much, and like how much, like, we have, like, how far we have come in our relationship, how, like, how much crap we have been through. And I don't know, there was just like this one part in here when I was just like, I just have to share this. Okay, so I'm not gonna read the entire thing, it's kind of really long, but I had just driven 5.5 hours from my home back in Maryland to Lynchburg, Virginia to get back to school for class. And I was talking about how I had a whole lot of time to think to myself in the car and talk and just be with the Lord and just, like, literally talk to myself about what was going on, like, in my life. I just had a whole lot of time to think. So basically, that's how I started off. Alright, I'll start off right here. Being in the car for 5 hours and 45 minutes alone really leaves a lot of time to think. It's too bad I couldn't write and drive. I forget a lot of conversations I had with myself, lol. I do remember asking myself, why would you ever want to marry Luke at such a young age? Now, before I go on, I know right now marriage won't happen for a while, but that doesn't mean I don't think about it. Okay, back to what I was saying. I asked myself that question, and my answer was, marrying my best friend would be a dream come true. Being able to start forever with you, now, why would I wait? Every night laying my head on a pillow that's, oh gosh, this is so terrible. Laying my head on a pillow that's right next to yours. Being able to claim things as ours. Making decisions together on things we don't get to now. Like buying our first home, choosing things that will make that empty house our home. When we are ready to add little people in our lives, I don't want to wait to have the feeling of you and I and Christ becoming one. I don't want to wait for all the times I try to make dinner, but you end up taking over because I burnt the stuff in the oven. He literally tries to take over dinner every time he comes home. I'm ready for you to be my... I'm sorry, I can't get through this without crying. I'm ready for you to be my backbone and vice versa. But what I can wait for is for you to be ready. No matter what, marriage is scary. It's a big commitment, and I believe that nobody ever knows when they are fully ready. But when the time comes, you'll have confidence that you're ready for any challenge that is thrown into that marriage. Doesn't that sound fun? And then on the bottom, I said, P.S. I challenged myself to have patience today. Not the easiest thing, but worth it. It's silly to get mad and upset over little things. All part of me trying to change, I guess. Okay, bye. I really just wanted to share that today. I'm not really sure why I wanted to share it. I just wanted it, like, as a memory, because... So I wanted to kind of clarify, because I am editing this video right now, and it just kind of really made not a whole lot of sense. So basically, the reason why I wanted to read you guys this and why it just got me so emotional was because looking back on that, and, like, just writing out, like, literally everything. Like, I wrote all of that out, and, like, all of that stuff is true. Like, I lay my head down next to him every single night. We bought a house together. We're buying things to make this house our home. We have a son. Like, it just touched me. Like, this is why I married Luke, and I don't want to ever think, like, to myself, what if I wouldn't have married Luke? I would rather, instead of thinking, what if I wouldn't have married Luke, when I'm upset like that, I want to think, what can I do to fix it? And that is my purpose for making this video, because I want to kind of make that message out to myself if I ever re-watch this, and also to anybody who does watch this and could be in a relationship. I know it's easier said than done. Believe me, I know. I don't know if this is making any sense. am a little nervous to post this video because I just don't know if like the message that I am meaning is going to come out. But either way, I hope you guys liked it. Now back to the end of the video. Now I want to throw out a little disclaimer right now because nothing actually happened yesterday. I was literally just being such a meanie and I don't know why. Like I had just been in a bad mood for like 3 days straight. I'm not sure how this video is going to turn out, if it's even going to have like a clear message come out of it, but I just feel like I'm rambling. I was actually planning on doing a video about like reading my old journals because I used to write a lot. Like I used to have like diaries and stuff and just write a lot. I think that there's some really funny stuff in those journals, so I think it would be a good video and I might still do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that something when I'm editing this comes out and I can actually make a decent video with this and that I don't look like a blubbering mess the entire time. I will see you guys tomorrow.